Blondie was not a war dog, but she was a famous dog during the Second World War. She belonged to Adolf Hitler, Germany's most nefarious leader. Adolf Hitler, the leader of the Nazi Party, who allowed millions of people to suffer and die inhumanely, loved dogs, with the exception of boxers, and lap dogs of any variety. Hitler had many dogs during his life, but his favorite was Blondie, a female German Shepherd, who was given to him as a gift in 1941, by a top aide who wanted to please his Fuhrer. Hitler became devoted to Blondie. She had her own caretaker, an army sergeant dog handler, who attended to her full time. Unlike many regular dogs, during that time period who lived in outdoor kennels, Blondie was allowed indoors. She had her own special wooden box in Hitler's room, and often slept at the foot of her master's bed. She was even allowed inside the sleeping compartment of Hitler's special train, when they traveled together. Blondie went almost everywhere Hitler went, the government chancellery in Berlin, and his mountain villa. Blondie was taught many tricks. She could fetch, beg, jump through hoops, climb a step ladder, clear a 6-foot fence, and even sing for guests on special occasions. During military crises, Hitler would take breaks between conferences to spend time with Blondie. He would walk her and have her perform her tricks. The generals, who often accompanied Hitler during these times, noticed if Blondie performed well, Hitler mellowed and sometimes took their advice. If Blondie did not perform well, the Fuhrer was hard to deal with. In 1945, as the Russians closed in on Berlin, Hitler took up residence in the heavily reinforced underground shelter, beneath the Chancellery Garden. Blondie lived inside the bunker with Hitler, his staff, and his longtime companion, later wife, Eva Braun. Blondie, who had given birth to 5 puppies, stayed in Hitler's bedroom and had free run of one of the bunker's bathrooms, which was nicknamed the Hundy Bunker, the dog bunker. Hitler was particularly fond of one pup named Wolf. Only Hitler was allowed to touch Wolf, and he was often seen carrying and caressing the small dog, during his last days in the bunker. In April 1945, Hitler knew he would not win the war. He had a morbid fear of being captured alive by the Russians, and knew his only way out of this difficult situation was to take his own life. He intended to use cyanide, biting on a small glass ampoule, releasing the poison in his system. Hitler became paranoid, and feared the capsule given to him would contain a knockout drug instead of cyanide, delivering him unconscious but alive to the Russians instead of killing him. He decided to have the cyanide capsule tested and chose Blondie for the test. On April 29th, April 30th, according to some sources, Blondie died from cyanide poisoning. The following day, Hitler and Eva Braun committed suicide. Hitler shot himself in the head and Eva used the cyanide capsule. After their deaths, Blondie's puppies were reportedly shot to death by Hitler's dog handler. One source says Hitler planned to release Blondie out into the streets, instead of having her killed, but he worried the Russians would take her, or she would be eaten as the Germans were starving for food. It is said, Hitler was inconsolable after Blondie's death, and later, when Russian troops searched the area, Blondie's body and one of her puppy's body, believed to be Wolf, were found lying next to Hitler's body.